So Fags, Harris out for a significant period of time, a massive blow. Do you know who's going to step into that role?
Yeah, well, for starters, it's not a massive blow. You know, we're a team, not the Harris Andrews Football Club. Yes, he's an important player, but we've got other guys that can play the role, and he's a defender, but we defend as a team. And you know, you look back through the course of history, and it's been interesting to listen to all the banter the last few days. Richmond lost Alex Rance at the start of the year last year, and they won the flag. The year before that, you look at the West Coast Eagles, and they lose Nick Natanui and they lose Gaff, and they win the flag. You look back at Hawthorn and you go, Buddy Franklin went to the Sydney Swans after the 2013 premiership win by the Hawks, and everyone said, oh, that'll be it for the Hawks. They win the next two. So the sporting world is scattered with examples where you might lose a great player, but the other guys find a way to step up and improve. And we've noticed that several times. Harris, in fact, has missed, I think, 6 games over my time here at the club. This is my 4th year. He's missed 6 games. And guess what? We won 5 of those, and the other one we lost was by less than a goal. So we look forward to whoever takes Harris's place stepping up, and we know that the rest of the team will in his absence, and we're very hopeful that he'll be, back and available for us at some stage later in the year.
So I guess from that you would vehemently disagree with some of the criticism, well, not criticism, but the commentary from Melbourne that he's your most important player, and some people even said you couldn't win the premiership if he's not back.
I understand why they're saying that, but from our perspective, we don't accept that. We're not a one-man team. We never have been. We never will be. We've built a system that relies on 22 players playing their roles week in, week out, and that's what we'll continue to do.
Midfield, I guess, the pressure's on them to increase their pressure and make the entry tougher. I noticed Jared Berry really working hard back on the weekend to sort of diffuse it. Like, is that sort of the onus on them to?
No, I don't think they need to step it up. If you have a look at the way that we've played this year, our pressure is a very good part of our game. It's one of the reasons that we haven't had a lot of scores kicked against us. I think the last few weeks we've only conceded around 33 shots on goal, which is not very many. And is that all because of Harris Andrews? No, not in your life. It's because as a team, we defend very well, and we put a lot of pressure on the opposition and force them to make errors with the ball.
What have you made of Jared's form the last sort of month? Seems like he's stepped it up.
Jared Berry, yeah, he along with a lot of our younger players, like his mate Hugh McCluggage and Zach Bailey, Brandon Starcevich, all of our young players have been improving throughout this season and standing up in the big games that we've played in recent times. So, yeah, we're really pleased with the way they're going.
Have you decided who will come in for Harris?
No, we've got a little bit more time to pick the team. It doesn't have to go out till tonight, mate. But obviously, Jack Payne would be in contention. Matty Eagles has played a lot of good football down back as a key defender. We could choose to throw Dan McStay back if we want to, as we did last week late in the game. So we've got a range of options available to us, and we'll just give that a little bit more thought this afternoon.
The Suns, what are you made of the way they're trying to play their football this year? It seems like they're pretty bold.
Yeah, they're a tough, hard side. They go really well in the contested ball area, and their ball movements has really improved in recent times. You look at them; they've won 5.5 games, but their percentage is over 100. And for us, as we were starting to make our rise, one of the first things that improved was our percentage. So I'd say they're in a similar spot to what we were a year or two ago, and really on the improve. And we're expecting the toughest of games tomorrow night, nothing less than that.
They'll make you win it. Like they're not going to just play to not lose.
Yeah. They've made every team win it this year, so we don't expect anything different.
Do you think it might be a bit more of attrition because they're coming off a 9-day break? They'll just keep going and going, or you blokes obviously a little bit sore?
Well, no, we're not sore. We're actually really good, other than the blokes that are injured. We're fit and healthy. I think this is our 5th game in 32 days. So we've had fair gaps between games. I think it's their 5th in 28 days. So even though the gap's been shorter between our last games, we'll feel confident in our ability to play it out. We played 4 games in 13 days the other week and won 3 of them, and the last one was a victory against the Dogs off a 4-day break. So I think we adapt our training. The games are more like your training these days, and then you just do your recovery during the week. We'll be ready. We'll have no excuses in that regard.
Is Archie right to go if you decide to play him?
Archie Smith, yeah, he's had 2 or 3 practice games back now, so he's fully match conditioned and ready to go if we need him. And you know, Steph Martin's making some good progress as well. And you know, that's the thing for us. I look back on a game we played earlier in the season. We had played West Coast, I think, without Steph Martin and without Dane Zorko, and we were able to get a victory without your number 1 ruckman and without your captain, who's a good midfielder, against the team that's got a really good ruckman and a really good midfield. So you know, all this stuff you guys talk about, you must be bored at work or something and go straight to the obvious.
Chris, I'll give you another chance to have a go here.
Well, why not?
Your scoring tapered off as the season's gone on. Is there any reason for that, or is that a concern?
Well, last week we were playing Collingwood, who were the best defensive team in the AFL, so it was more of a grinding sort of game. And then the previous 2 weeks, and Michael, you know this really well, is we didn't kick accurately for goal. So in terms of shots, we're getting plenty of shots. So it's not like that's dried up. But last week, Collingwood are genuinely a terrific defensive side, and we had to earn every score that we got. And so no, I'm not concerned about that at all. It's more an accuracy issue than it is a shot on goal issue.
And just as an extension of that, Charlie Cameron maybe not having the influence he had earlier in the season. Is he doing the other things?
Well,
you'd like to see from him?
He's not on the scoreboard, which is what you guys look at, because you expect Charlie to kick a bagful every week, but he's doing some great things from a team perspective higher up the ground, and other guys are doing some scoring. So we don't want to be that predictable side that we were last year, that we were relying on Charlie Cameron and nobody else, and then we got to finals and the opposition teams hammered him, and then you know we weren't able to get across the line. So we need diversity in our team.
Is he 100% fit, no dramas, Charlie? Or?
Yeah, why do you ask that?
Just wondering. Like,
Yeah, he's 100% fit.
He's sort of had niggles all year. Are you worried? Like,
Niggles all year?
him at all?
He hurt his knee the other week. That's the only injury he's had, I think.
Yeah.
You fired up this morning, mate? Or
No, I'm just telling you the way that I see it. Yeah.
What's your opening statement about Harris? Was that for us, or was that for your own team as well to hear that? You know,
No.
Sort of start maybe believing that?
We haven't even talked about it. But we haven't had a conversation with Harris. It's been on the airwaves all week, I know, but because I watch the footy every night on TV, because there's games every night and it's what they talk about. But no, it's just making sure that everyone knows that we're more than a one-man team.
Do you think are you sort of itching to have that complete performance and just once and for all send us a statement about how good you know the side is? Because like you say, you've sort of been just getting away with victories for.
Yeah, we've been playing good sides though.
Yeah.
Collingwood are a good side, St Kilda are a good side, Dogs are a good side. You know, don't worry about how much you win by, as long as you can get it across the line. Yeah, we're always striving for the perfect performance, but you know, by and large, it rarely ever comes. So we'll just continue to grind away and do our best each week.
Now that the finish line of the home and away season is close, are you getting a bit of a sniff of the top 2 and the two games at the Gabba?
No, I don't. No, it's always been a 1 week at a time prospect for us. We're in a good position to finish top 4, but we could also miss top 4. So we're acutely aware of that. But the only thing that matters to us right now is what's going on tomorrow night.
Stewie was just talking earlier today. He's just saying he's looking forward to Took and Zorks going at it again. There's a little rivalry going on there.
I don't know. They tagged him a couple of years ago. I think the last couple of times they've been a little bit more focused on Lachie Neale. I think our midfield used to be relying on Dane Zorko and Dane Beams pretty much. It's now got about 6, 7, 8, 9 players that go through there that are pretty handy. So it's a little harder for teams to decide what to do about our strengths in there.